Hey everyone, I just wanted to give you some updates for this week about the 2019-2020 exam. I know that most of you, we've talked about this, but I just wanted to make sure that you had this information since not everybody was able to join the video. So, big thing, our exam will be May 21st at 12 p.m. So, this is only about a week later than we had originally scheduled. And for the first time, all FRAP students globally will take the test at the same time. I know as a teacher on the East Coast, we had always kind of complained that students would share what the prompts were with the West Coast students. And so for the first time ever, that's not going to be possible because everybody around the world is taking the exam at the same time. So, anyways, that's kind of cool. So the exam, for the most part, from what we know, looks the same. They haven't released more specific things about, sorry, the exam is not the same. You're just doing the conversation and you're just doing the cultural comparison. And from what I understand, those tasks will be the same, but it hasn't been released yet. So, for example, it is possible that they might include a chart. It is possible that they might include something else that we haven't seen, but I am confident that College Board will communicate that before we know, and I wouldn't worry too much about it. I don't think they're going to change anything too much because that would require a lot of work from them. So, anyways, the conversation will be 50% of your exam, and the cultural comparison will be 50% of your exam, and so that's what we're going to focus on. For a little bit more than next month to get you ready. Yeah, you'll still be doing some writing because I think that's important as well to help develop your thoughts and ideas. But I'm going to try to focus on these two tasks and trying to help you get ready for the exam. So as we talked about, because we went home a little bit earlier, they're only going to use the first four themes in alliance with what we on AP Classroom. So you're probably like, well, what is that? How does that relate to our class? Well, I think you should know that all the themes overlap. So that's a big thing. And even though I may not have said explicitly, like, this is something for personal and public identities or whatever, all the themes overlap. So in a way, it's kind of arbitrary to say that we're just using these four themes. But I do think we have examples. And part of the task that you're going to be doing this week and maybe the next is working on thinking about what we have learned throughout the year so that you can use them as evidence in a cultural comparison or in a dialogue. So the biggest advice that I'm going to repeat throughout to be successful is to just answer the prompt, right? Where I see my students not being successful, it really has nothing to do with your French. It usually has to do with not answering the prompt. So for cultural comparisons, just a few things to remember is that we really want to demonstrate culture, and we define that as products, practices, and perspectives. So I gave you some examples of each part, and you want to make sure that you're demonstrating that in the cultural comparison. I'm not going to go too into detail about this because I've prepared an activity for you guys. Brief overview of the dialogue. Again, this is what I know of as of now. This could totally change. You'll have 5 exchanges, generally very simple, relevant to your life. So studying abroad, being hosted by an exchange student, international night or multicultural event, camping or going on a vacation. You know you will have an intro and an end salutation. You will use all 20 seconds, ask questions to fill the time, right? Just a brief little update. I know you know this. Okay, so as you know, College Board has been putting review YouTube classes online, and they're long and a little slow. And I thought that we could make the best use of our time by dividing the parts that are relevant to the exam coming up. And so I took the liberty of choosing those topics. Please let me know if you think I missed one, okay? And my goal is for you all to, you and a partner or you and 3 people are going to watch one of them and break down the key points